Have you ever wondered what exactly a public record is? In our daily lives, we often hear about public records in the news, in legal matters, or even when applying for certain services. But what does this term really mean? In this video, we'll break down the concept of public records, explore their importance, and see how they impact individuals and society. Let's start by understanding the basic definition and why these records matter to everyone, not just government officials or lawyers. A public record is any information or document that is made or received by a government agency and is required by law to be kept and maintained. These records are generally accessible to the public, meaning anyone can request to see them unless there are specific legal restrictions. Public records can include written documents, electronic files, photographs, maps, and more. The key point is that they are created or held by public authorities and are meant to ensure transparency and accountability in government operations. Public records come in many forms, reflecting the wide range of activities carried out by government agencies. Some common types include birth and death certificates, marriage licenses, property deeds, court records, and government meeting minutes. Each type serves a specific purpose, from documenting vital events in a person's life to recording property ownership or legal proceedings. Understanding the different types of public records helps us appreciate their role in maintaining order and transparency in society. Public records play a crucial role in ensuring government transparency and accountability. By making information available to the public, these records allow citizens to monitor government actions, verify facts, and protect their rights. For example, journalists use public records to investigate stories, while individuals might use them to check property ownership or legal histories. The availability of public records is a cornerstone of a democratic society, fostering trust between the government and its people. The accessibility and management of public records are governed by laws and regulations. In many countries, there are specific statutes, such as the Freedom of Information Act in the United States, that outline what records must be kept and how the public can access them. These laws set the standards for record retention, privacy protections, and procedures for requesting information. Understanding the legal frameworks helps us know our rights and responsibilities regarding public records. Public records are maintained by various government agencies at the local, state, and federal levels. For example, birth and death certificates are usually kept by local health departments, while property deeds may be stored by county recorders. Courts maintain legal records, and government offices keep meeting minutes and administrative documents. Each agency has its own procedures for managing, storing, and providing access to these records, ensuring they are preserved and available when needed. Accessing public records is often straightforward, but the process can vary depending on the type of record and the agency involved. Many records are available online through government websites, while others may require a formal request or even a visit to a government office. Some records are free to access, while others might involve a fee for copying or processing. Knowing how to access public records empowers individuals to obtain the information they need for personal, legal, or research purposes. While public records are generally accessible, there are important limitations and restrictions to protect privacy and sensitive information. For example, certain personal details and vital records may be redacted, or access to juvenile court records may be restricted. Laws like the Privacy Act set boundaries on what information can be shared. These limitations balance the public's right to know with individuals' rights to privacy and security. In recent years, the digital transformation of public records has made access easier and more efficient. Many agencies have digitized their archives, allowing people to search and retrieve records online. This shift not only improves accessibility, but also helps preserve records for the long term. However, it also raises new challenges, such as ensuring data security and managing digital privacy concerns. Public records are not just useful for current events, they also have significant historical value. Researchers, historians, and genealogists rely on public records to trace family histories, study social trends, and understand historical events. These records provide a window into the past, helping us learn from previous generations and preserve our collective memory. Transparency is a fundamental principle of democracy, and public records are a key tool for achieving it. By providing access to government information, public records allow citizens to hold officials accountable and participate more fully in civic life. This openness helps prevent corruption, promotes informed decision-making, and strengthens public trust in government institutions. It's important to distinguish between public records and private records. Public records are created or held by government agencies and are generally accessible to the public. Private records, on the other hand, are maintained by individuals or private organizations and are not subject to the same disclosure requirements. Understanding this difference helps clarify what information is available to the public and what remains confidential. Let's look at some concrete examples of public records. These include property tax records, voter registration lists, business licenses, court case files, and government contracts. Each of these records serves a unique function, from documenting ownership and legal status to ensuring fair business practices and government spending. By examining these examples, we can see the wide-ranging impact of public records on everyday life. Vital records are a specific category of public records that document important life events. These include birth certificates, death certificates, marriage licenses, and divorce decrees. Vital records are essential for establishing identity, claiming benefits, and accessing services. They are usually maintained by local or state government agencies and are often required for legal or administrative purposes. Property records are another common type of public record. They include deeds, mortgages, and tax assessments, documenting the ownership and value of real estate. These records are crucial for buying or selling property, resolving disputes, and determining property taxes. Property records are typically maintained by county recorders or assessors and are available for public inspection. Court records are public documents that detail legal proceedings, including criminal cases, civil lawsuits, and family law matters. These records provide transparency in the judicial process and allow the public to monitor the administration of justice. Court records may include case files, judgments, transcripts, and dockets, and are usually maintained by court clerks. Business and licensing records are public documents that track the registration and regulation of businesses. These may include business licenses, permits, and professional certifications. Such records help ensure that businesses comply with laws and regulations, and they provide valuable information to consumers and regulators alike. Government meeting minutes are official records of the discussions and decisions made during public meetings. These records promote transparency by documenting how decisions are reached and who participated in the process. Meeting minutes are typically available to the public and are an important tool for civic engagement. Some educational records, such as school board meeting minutes and public university budgets, are considered public records. These documents provide insight into how educational institutions are managed and funded. However, individual student records are typically protected by privacy laws and are not publicly accessible. Journalists rely heavily on public records to investigate stories, verify facts, and hold authorities accountable. Access to government contracts, court records, and official reports enables reporters to uncover wrongdoing, inform the public, and support democracy. Public records are a vital resource for a free and independent press. Genealogists and family historians use public records to trace ancestry and build family trees. Birth, marriage, and death certificates, as well as census records and immigration documents, provide essential clues for uncovering family histories. Public records make it possible to connect generations and preserve family legacies. Researchers and academics use public records as primary sources for studies in history, sociology, law, and other fields. These records provide factual data and first-hand accounts that are invaluable for scholarly analysis. By making public records available, governments support education and the advancement of knowledge. Access to public records is often essential for protecting legal rights. For example, individuals may need court records to appeal a decision, or property records to resolve ownership disputes. Public records ensure that everyone has the information needed to defend their interests and participate fully in the legal system. Requesting public records usually involves submitting a formal application to the relevant government agency. Many agencies provide online forms or instructions on their websites. It's important to be specific about the information you're seeking and to follow any guidelines or fee requirements. Some requests may be processed quickly, while others take more time depending on the complexity and volume of records. While many public records are free to access, some agencies charge fees for copying, processing, or certifying documents. These costs help cover administrative expenses and ensure the sustainability of record-keeping services. It's a good idea to check the agency's fee schedule before making a request, so you know what to expect. Privacy is a major concern when it comes to public records. While transparency is important, it must be balanced with the need to protect sensitive personal information. Laws and regulations set limits on what can be disclosed, and agencies often redact or restrict access to certain details to prevent misuse or identity theft. Ensuring the security of public records is essential to prevent unauthorized access, tampering, or loss. Government agencies use a variety of measures, such as secure storage, encryption, and regular audits, to protect records. As more records are digitized, cybersecurity becomes increasingly important to safeguard information from cyber threats. Public records are not kept forever. Each type of record has a retention schedule that determines how long it must be preserved before it can be destroyed or archived. Proper disposal of records protects privacy and ensures that only relevant information is retained. Agencies follow strict procedures for shredding, deleting, or archiving records as required by law. Managing public records is a complex task that involves organizing, storing, and providing access to vast amounts of information. Agencies face challenges such as limited resources, evolving technology, and the need to balance transparency with privacy. Effective management requires clear policies, trained staff, and ongoing investment in technology and security. Open data initiatives encourage governments to make public records available in digital formats that are easy to access and use. By publishing datasets online, agencies promote innovation, support research, and empower citizens to analyze and use information in new ways. Open data is transforming how public records are shared and utilized. Public records laws and practices vary around the world. Some countries have strong transparency laws, while others restrict access to government information. International organizations promote best practices and encourage governments to adopt policies that support openness and accountability. Understanding these differences helps us appreciate the global importance of public records. The digital age has revolutionized the way public records are created, stored, and accessed. Electronic records management systems make it easier to organize and search for information, but they also introduce new risks such as data breaches and technological obsolescence. Agencies must adapt to these changes to ensure the continued availability and security of public records. Public records empower citizens to participate in government and community life. By providing access to information, these records enable people to make informed decisions, advocate for change, and hold officials accountable. Civic engagement is strengthened when citizens have the tools they need to understand and influence public policy. Businesses use public records for a variety of purposes, such as conducting background checks, verifying licenses, and researching market trends. Access to accurate and up-to-date information helps companies make better decisions and comply with regulations. Public records are a valuable resource for entrepreneurs and established businesses alike. In real estate, public records are essential for verifying property ownership, checking for liens, and understanding zoning regulations. Buyers, sellers, and agents rely on these records to ensure smooth transactions and avoid legal complications. Accurate public records help maintain trust and stability in the real estate market. Some healthcare-related records, such as public health statistics and hospital inspection reports, are considered public records. These documents help monitor public health trends, ensure quality care, and inform policy decisions. However, individual medical records are protected by strict privacy laws and are not publicly accessible. Environmental records, such as pollution reports, land use permits, and zoning maps, are public documents that help protect natural resources and guide development. These records enable citizens and organizations to monitor environmental impacts and participate in land use planning decisions. Election-related records, such as voter registration lists, campaign finance reports, and election results, are public documents that support fair and transparent elections. These records allow citizens to verify the integrity of the electoral process and hold officials accountable for their actions. Law enforcement agencies maintain public records such as arrest logs, crime statistics, and incident reports. These records promote accountability and allow the public to monitor police activities. However, some law enforcement records may be restricted to protect ongoing investigations or sensitive information. Technology is changing the way public records are managed and accessed. Innovations like cloud, storage, blockchain, and artificial intelligence are making it easier to store, search, and verify records. These advancements improve efficiency but also require new strategies for data protection and privacy. The future of public records will be shaped by ongoing technological innovation, evolving legal standards, and changing public expectations. As digital records become the norm, agencies must continue to adapt, ensuring that records remain accessible, secure, and trustworthy. The commitment to transparency and accountability will remain at the heart of public records management. To sum up, public records are essential documents created or maintained by government agencies and made accessible to the public. They support transparency, accountability, and informed decision-making across many areas of life. By understanding what public records are and how they work, we can better appreciate their value and use them responsibly. Let's review some key terms related to public records. Public record refers to any document or information created or received by a government agency and required to be maintained. Freedom of Information Act is a law that gives the public the right to access government records. Redaction means removing sensitive information from a document before release. Understanding these terms helps clarify the topic. People often have questions about public records, such as how to access them, what information is available, and what restrictions apply. It's important to consult the relevant government agency or official website for specific guidance. Remember, public records are a resource for everyone, and understanding the process can help you get the information you need. Public records are a vital part of modern society, supporting transparency, accountability, and informed citizenship. Whether you're researching your family history, verifying property ownership, or holding government accountable, public records are there to help. By understanding what they are and how to use them, we can all benefit from the wealth of information they provide.